Alright, I haven't done an intro or an outro to my month in music videos in a while because last month's was really super long, so if any of you watched it, thank you so much, because obviously that was a lot. I'm thinking this one's gonna be shorter, but I really had a rough mental health month, and because I was struggling so hard to do vocals, and I'll talk about it when you get through the video. And I also started therapy, so that's really good. But the thing about therapy is like, it's so hard at first, like it has to like be hard before it gets better. And so I've just been like, ugh. So I just want to take this opportunity to remind you and remind myself to take care of yourself and don't push yourself too hard. If you have to, go back to the basics. And what are the basics? Making sure you're getting sleep, make sure you're eating, take care of your hygiene as best as you can. I know sometimes it's hard when you're really depressed, and don't expect more out of it. Just go back to the basics, get the basics down, and then you can start adding more things back in. And you know, sometimes when you're really, really struggling, you don't really have the energy to do a lot, and you have to recharge, you have to be okay. So I just wanted to say that because obviously my music talks a lot about mental health, so I want to talk a lot about mental health, and I want to be transparent about my mental health because there's really no reason for me to like hide it, and I think I can only benefit someone else to know that they're not alone, and that, you know, it'll pass. Because, you know, a couple days ago I was actually on Friday, yesterday, today's Saturday. Yesterday, I was so depressed that I considered not going into the studio, and instead I pushed it to a little bit later, and then for work reasons, and then I just went in, and we did a lot of mixing, so I didn't really like have to do very much, but you know, just tried to put the pressure off of myself. And yeah, so I'm on the uprise, I hope. So it does get better, like it does pass. Depression waves, you know, at least for me, I guess I can only speak for me, they come and go. And because I keep telling myself, you know, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's not gonna stay there forever, it's gonna go away eventually. And, you know, yes, it's gonna come back, but when you're feeling low, you just kind of have to take care of those basics. And then when it's gone, that's when you can like try and do things that'll help you for when you get back to that low state again and make it a little bit easier to get through. Yeah, that's my mental health rant for the day. I hope you enjoy this video. And yeah.
Oh, can I look at that bass note?
Yes.
Thanks. I hated it so much. Hated it.
Can I hear both ways?
No. Yes.
Director's cut.
And then,
Why don't you like it?
I don't know. I just wanted to be kind of hold there. It's this brief holding pattern before the next verse kicks in.
Can you put it back in so I can hear it in headphones? Please?
I don't want to never be able to listen to this song.
I like it both ways, but I like it in there.
Wait. You like it both ways? So we could both be happy. Can I? Alright. To give you the full test though, I have to find what that other thing is.
I like that we can both collaborate on things, and I like how invested Kevin has gotten in my music. I mean, he's always been invested, but just really trying to make it as good as it can be.
Dang it! That's all I ever asked for.
It sounds empty.
But it's the big reset. It's the big wait. There's more.
But we already know there's more.
I know, but I was buying into it, the bass line for the chorus, and then I thought when it got to there, it's like, all right, now you're just overstaying your welcome. Just everybody chill for a second. You don't want to try like sitting with it for a minute?
What if you just took away like the top note?
I don't know if it does that. So, what you thinking of singing?
Are you pressuring me?
No.
Are you
Just
Are you trying to
asking a lighthearted, no strings attached. There's no pressure with it.
I know.
If you want, you should.
I can attempt.
So in this hypothetical universe where you attempt a song, what would it be? Do we have no lead vocal at all on this?
Nope.
Oh, that's exciting. What is this?
My probably previous attempt.
Wow. Wiped it right off of the map.
What do you mean?
There's no indication that we did any vocals on this.
Because I stopped.
Yeah, you did. Well, I got the mics all fired up.
Okay.
Just file that in the information you might not care about.
Might not care about. Was I supposed to sing? I don't know the words. This stupid song gets me way too emotional, and then I can't get it through. Ugh. But I also want it to sound strong. I don't know if I just need to make it louder and keep doing it, or what. Because when I practice it by myself, I'm fine. That was not good. I mean, some of it was good. But let me just try another one. This song, for some reason, which I'll probably get into once it's released, it was really difficult for me to record, emotionally wise, and actually singing what I wrote and the part. But eventually I will get there, just not this day. And when I don't get it, then the rest of the song is ruined. Well, every time I practice it, I don't get enough breath in. And I don't know. It's 1 out of 50 times. It's so hard because it's I don't know if I'm going to get there or not, if I'm going to get there until I get there, or don't. Yeah, I might as well go by section and I'll take the pressure off of it. At least for a little bit. It's that second chorus that is I'm on a waiting list for a therapist.
Do you want to kind of skip the first one for now?
Yeah. 3?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
I think whether today is it or not, I think I need to put myself through it all. Because I won't be able to do it again if I don't first do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking before when we were talking. There's no easy way through this.
No.
But that's why it's worth doing.
Pushing through.
Yep. No, I mean, because you're writing stuff that's too meaningful.
Yeah.
So that's where every artist should be, or would want to be,
Yeah.
I'm feeling I think we should keep doing a layer of the whole song.
And then go back.
Because if we camp out for a long time early in the song, we increase the risk that we're not going to end up using anything.
Right.
Because if you kind of wear yourself out, or if whatever, you can't finish.
Yeah.
I think I would rather you end up with a complete comp that reaches a certain level that you try to challenge
than a half comp.
than a partial. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And you gotta get through it one way or another.
Yes.
But you can try to kind of straddle that line of, you don't have to hit this out of the park today.
Right.
But you know from experience, whatever you're feeling, you know from experience that this has gotten you there before.
Right. I can at least train my brain to be like, you've gotten through it in the studio once, whether I hit that note or not.
And it's okay that the emotion of it is so powerful that it's making it hard to deliver.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to do the bridge, was I? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the beginning of the note was there, and I'm like, yes, I can. And I'm like, ah! It went away. See, my problem was my brain turned on. I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing it instead of letting go. It's okay. Everything's fine. Can you actually turn off the screen? Can't see anything in my camera. All you can see is the mic. Alright, do it again. So working on this song was super difficult for me and emotional, and just the song itself was difficult for me to do. And I was feeling like anxiety and overwhelmed, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn the lights down. And then I like turned off the screen and eventually just like have all the lights off so that I can just like feel like not where I am, if that makes sense. And that helped a little bit, but eventually I got there. I was just gonna say, I don't know if I can do this. Two.
Yeah, I like 2 and 4.
4.
Yeah, what's the matter? What are you doing?
I'm just laughing at number 3 because I was so bad.
Oh.
Oh. I messed that one up too. 2. Gross. Some of it was okay. I'm coming out.
Three or 4, and I think 4.
Okay.
Oh boy. I know that K. 4.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You of all people should not be sorry.
No, I just hate that you're hurting. What would be best for you now?
Something else. I don't care what.
Jump into some mixing, maybe?
Sure. Alright. So I'm holding my phone because I don't want my phone to overheat, so I'm gonna just do this really fast. I didn't make an intro, but I just end up repeating the same things or predicting wrong what we're gonna do or predicting right. Anyways, so we worked a little bit on mixing song number 1, project number 1, because that's what we did last time, but we did like just a couple more things. And then I attempted vocals again for a song on the second project. And, oh, sorry, that's like, there's not really a good way to hold this while you're driving. And it's just one of those things that's really emotionally difficult. And there's also a part, and I did this to myself because I wrote it, there's a part in it that's semi-difficult for me to sing, so if I don't get it, it's like hard, and I was it's hard because it's like I'm trying not to be upset at myself, but I can't help it, and then I'm just like, and then the emotion of the song and all this, I'm like, and just like, it's a whole thing. But I want to do songs like this because I want to bring awareness to issues, and I also want people who are going through the issues to not feel alone and to feel validated. Yeah, and then we did, after I attempted those, and I pushed myself to go through the whole song and just do vocal takes for every part of it, just so I could get my brain and my body used to doing it, instead of just stopping. Yeah, so then we did mixing for song number 2 for project number 1, and we even added an element. I'm really excited about that. Sorry, this truck just pulled out of like nowhere, and I'm in a not very slow speed area, so I was like, whoa. But yeah, I'm going in next week, and I just want to throw a message out there to anyone struggling with mental health. Even if you are past your struggles, like for the most part, in some capacity, I am past my struggles, but obviously I still struggle. Go do something for yourself. Go, eat something good. Go read or take a walk, or, whatever makes you feel good, because that's what I'm going to do when I get home, is not pressure myself to do anything other than take care of myself. And sometimes, that sounds like really basic, but like super powerful. So, alright, I want to go now because it's really difficult to hold my phone and do this while driving. And yes, I usually use my stand, but yeah, it's hot. Alright, I'm gonna go. Alright, I'm just about at my studio, so this is gonna be the quickest intro ever. Yeah, I'm gonna try and attempt some vocals today, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then it's probably gonna be a lot of mixing, and I kind of want to, like, if we have time to work on the song that needs the most instrumental work on project number 2, I kind of want to peel back some of the layers, because I feel like we just weren't sure what we wanted and just kind of put some things in there that I just don't think fit. But yeah, I'll see you in there. Today, I look like a Smurf. Until I went Can I just redo the chorus? I did it.
Are we doing comp?
Yeah.
Deal? I mean, wow, did I say that wrong?
Comp 1, 2, 3.
We're putting them up against the comp.
Yeah.
The previous comp. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. Should I go back in now, or should we do it all? Or should we listen to that and see if I even need to? Because I'm more concerned about that second chorus than anything.
Yeah, they're all valid options, so.
Listen to verse 1 and chorus 1. You okay in there? Oh. Are you okay now? Another one. Did you hear my ankle crackling? Okay, I'm coming out. 3.
Yeah.
Don't play the comp.
Yes, ma'am. What was that?
The sigh if I didn't do it. It's the closest one. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Not as bad as I thought it was. Not perfect though.
Not gonna play the comp?
Yeah. So we practiced doing sustaining notes in my vocal lessons.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have control. That's not your problem. I'm like, cool, story of my life. I'm just emotional. But it was,
That's good.
it was nice to get that validation to be like technically speaking, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know if I need to sing that first part.
Mm-mm. So you're not totally satisfied with the big notes?
No. I would at least like to try. Let's do a few more.
You want to do that now, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and maybe sing the first couple lines before it, to see if I can reject me up there. See if that helps. I'm ready. There's a slight waver in there. It's just, I was trying to decide if it was gonna sound strained in a bad way or not. Cause I was like, all right, let's just forget trying to sound technically good and just like push, even if it's, yeah. Can I do one more just cause I approached that one differently? Yeah! I think I've like got the approach now. That's
decent, but we know that's not going to win, right?
Well, I know that's not going to win, but it's already better than comp.
Uh-huh. I just want to, from my small brain, get some out of contention.
Probably not going to be it.
Getting closer, though.
Yeah.
That's when we're starting to really get, and then this is when you really found it, I think. Yeah, see, suddenly those are all contenders.
Oh, yeah. I can't tell which one I like better.
I think I'm not sure either. I think it might be this one. There's not even a hint of letting up, and then it finishes really with a really strong vibrato too.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
It like gives the impression that you could have sung that twice as long, but you just didn't feel like it.
All right, just got out of the studio, and I finally got the right vocals for this song after 2 attempts, and I got through like the first couple of takes. I did have that emotion coming out like in a bad way, and then I pushed through it and I kept going, and I just kind of pushed myself more, and it paid off, and I'm really happy with it. And yeah, and so it was a lot of vocal takes, a lot of going back and making sure I'm getting exactly what I want, and then mixing, doing like an initial mix of the song, because we haven't really done that yet for this because we were waiting for vocals. So a lot of leveling and different effects and different things. So yeah, I'm really happy with today, and yeah, I guess that's it for now. So I'm going in the studio next week, and I don't know what I'm going to do then, but probably more mixing. And there is some vocal things I can work on, but this was like my main focus for like the past few weeks of doing this song. So now I can go back and see what else I need to work on vocally for going in the studio. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, so I guess that's it for now. Alright, I am almost at my studio actually, and today is gonna be a non-vocal day because I've been struggling to come up with good background vocals for project number 1, so I have to think about that more, I guess. And then the only song from project number 2 that needs final vocals isn't lyrically completed, so I can't, that'd be dumb to like do vocals on it, and it's not done instrumentally. So we'll probably work on mixing and possibly that song instrumentally. But yeah, so we'll see you in the studio. Alright, so it's Sunday. Friday I went to the studio and I made an intro, and then I filmed nothing in the studio, and then I filmed no outro. So sorry about that. Basically everything was Kevin did everything on Friday. Like I literally did close to nothing. We're working on final mixes for songs, so it was basically just a lot of that for multiple songs. No vocals, no writing, just mixing. So that's why I didn't really film, but I just completely forgot to make an outro. Today is probably going to be more of that. There might be some writing, but there's definitely not going to be any vocals because I'm just not ready for vocals, and yeah. But I'm so tired, and this isn't going to help because mixing is like, it's a very tedious thing, and I'm not really doing anything, so I'm just like kind of sitting there, which he said that sometimes people will have the artist not be there for mixing, but it is more helpful because if you make some changes and like I don't like any of those changes or I want to move it in a different direction, I can let him know right away instead of him like coming up with a mix and then sending it to me and then I'm not liking it. You know, it just gets to what I want to faster, and we don't really waste time that way. Mentally, I'm like, ugh. And I just like need like a week off. That would be nice, but that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I guess maybe I'll see you in the studio. If not, I will try to make an outro. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna just do this outro kind of quickly. It is 95 degrees out and the field temperature is 109, so I am not going to leave my phone in the window. I mean, it's close to the window, but I'm not going to leave it in its holder. But anyways, I didn't film anything this time either, but like I said, I'll try to remember to do an outro, so here's my outro. It was basically just mixing song number 4 from project number 1, and then we made a couple of changes. So that was mostly it. When you make a certain change, sometimes it takes a while depending on what that is. But yeah, I'm going in next week. I'm like mentally exhausted, so I just kind of like need to chill. So okay, I'm gonna go now because I don't want to hold my phone like this anymore. So see you in the next whatever. Alright, I am on my way to the studio, except for it's not my studio and it's not for me. So one of my favorite bands, if you don't know, then maybe this is your first video, but it's Icon for Hire, and they created some like fan experiences. So I purchased a fan experience that includes me getting to go into the studio with them. I don't know what it's all going to entail because I'm on my way there. I don't know how much. I don't think I'm going to be able to film anything there, and I don't know how much I'm going to be allowed to talk about, so I'm going to ask them. But yeah, I'm super excited because it's really not only is it like kind of like a full circle kind of moment of Icon for Hire's music helped me first of all realize that like, hey, like maybe I don't have to be depressed for the rest of my life. Maybe I actually can get better, and that was huge, a huge step in my getting better and all of that. And then later on, Ariel, the singer, she had like a rock star crash course, and she talked a lot about in some videos about like how to like actual legitimate steps to take when you're going for music, and that really helped me a lot. And then back when I first graduated high school, I was gonna move down to Nashville because we knew somebody who was in the music industry down here. And then that didn't work out, and then I tried to move again a year or 2 later, and then that didn't work out either, which is fine. And then I found out that Icon for Hire was based down here. I'm like, oh cool, that means, and they're not country music, and I feel like a lot of people associate Nashville with country music, and I'm like, well, if they're based down here, then there has to be some pretty decent non-country resources down here. So then I moved down here, but I'd already tried to move down here 2 other times, so it wasn't solely because of them, but it just kind of like solidified that like, oh, this might be a good place that has like a decent rock or alternative scene, or at least like studios and stuff like that. So that was really helpful. So it's kind of cool that like I came down here to pursue music, and a lot of that was fueled by being inspired by them, and now I get to go into the studio with them. So it's just really cool, and I'm really excited. And yeah, so I guess I will talk about it afterwards. And yeah. Alright, so I didn't film anything when I was in the studio with Icon for Hire because obviously gotta keep all of what they're doing under wraps. But I figured I would record a little bit and talk about it. I didn't record myself initially after, so here we are. So there were 4 of us that came for it, and then it was Ariel and Sean, which make up Icon for Hire, and then their music producer, I guess you could say. I'm gonna look up what his title is for them and insert it here. I was gonna look it up before I started filming, but I already started filming, so I can't give you like an exact timeline of everything we did because it's not necessary. But studio wise, Ariel and Sean brought in a song with the melody and lyrics, obviously, and a track, and so they kind of like built a skeleton, and he put in instruments in his system, started building elements and just some cool stuff to like go off of. They had a couple of songs for like inspiration, to like kind of inspiration sound, but like obviously they're not going to do exactly that, but just kind of like, hey, I kind of like the vibe of these songs, we kind of want some of that vibe but not really. And so they kind of worked with that, and Ariel did some vocals on it, and Sean did some guitar on it, and I'm just gonna call him producer for now because I'm not sure, I'm not sure what to call him. Insert it down here. But he worked on and added like a bunch of instruments and things like that, and we got to ask him questions, and he was like really super nice, and it was a really good experience. I think a couple of things that he explained were really cool, because I had asked, because when he makes music on their stuff and like other projects that he's done, there's like a lot of layers of instruments, and so I had asked him, how do you know when it's too much, because there's like so many layers. And the way he explained it, I could not do it justice, so I'm not going to, but the way he explained it was so cool, and so that was really helpful. And I just got inspired to like up my game a little bit and kind of explore new sounds, new things, new ways of doing things. And it was just really interesting because obviously I've only gone to one studio. I only know what it's like to work in my studio and do things the way that we do. So it's interesting to see a different way of doing things. And I don't know if this is their process every single time or if it's different depending on the song. I guess it just depends on the song, I would assume. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Got to hang out for like 4 or 5 hours working on music, asking questions, eating lunch, just chilling. So that was pretty cool. And it's, yeah, like I said in my intro, definitely cool to have pretty much gone full circle and really, you know, Ariel's, she did like a rockstar crash course thing. I think I already mentioned that in my intro, but just all the things that she's put out and being like, okay, like maybe I can actually go for music legitimately and actually take steps and do things, and to have gone and moved to Nashville and taken those steps and then getting a chance to go in the studio with them. It's just a really cool thing. So, oh, I almost forgot. We recorded some background vocals as a group, just some like kind of basic things that they could like add to certain parts if it's ever there in the future. I mean, I guess I won't know for sure if it's our stuff or not, but like if this song comes out in the future, I will let you know that's the one that they started. But yeah, they're about to go on tour, so it'll probably be a while before they go back in the studio. But If you don't know Icon for Hire, they are kind of like basically rock, little elements of like, I don't want to say pop. Just go check them out, I guess. Just go check them out. They're super inspiring, a lot of songs about mental health and stuff, so obviously that's why I like them. And really, really nice people. They always have a really good team. They have a really good team right now they're all just super nice, wonderful people. So definitely check them out on tour if you can, because like, why not? It's a fun show, and they always have good openers. I haven't heard of the bands that are opening for them. I haven't checked them out yet, so I don't know if they're good or not, but I don't think they've ever had a bad opener, so there's that. I guess that's it for that. But yeah, hopefully in the future they can finish that song and put it out, and I can be like, hey, like I saw the beginnings of this song, so I guess I'll report back in the future. But yeah, that's it for the Icon for Hire studio experience. I had a lot of fun. Everybody was so nice, and it was cool to be with like other fans. One of the fans that was there, we had done the 2 music videos together, so I had already met her, so that was cool. And it was cool to meet the other 2, obviously. And I guess that's all I can say about it for now. So I don't know how to transition, so here's the next thing in this video. All right, on my way to my studio, and I like mentally started the day like super depressed, and I feel better now, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna be okay enough to like listen to my own music, because we're at the point now where there's not a lot of creation going on. There's not a lot of we're mixing mostly and finishing up, so hopefully I can not be hypercritical of myself today. I mean, there's a couple of vocal things that I might do, but we'll see. My car says it's 100 degrees, so that's nice. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. I don't know how much I'm gonna film, because it just kind of depends on if we're doing a lot of mixing or whatnot. But yeah, so maybe see you in there, maybe see you after. Alright, it is 96 degrees, so I'm holding my phone so it doesn't stay in the window for too long. I didn't film anything in there because it was just all mixing, and I had Kevin do like my vocal mixing with headphones on, so I didn't have to listen, because that's how much I am like mentally not well, which is fine, it happens. But yeah, so just a lot of mixing, but hopefully I go back on Sunday. Hopefully I will be better. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to be, but like if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it, but I'm sure I'll be fine to do some stuff